Media bias alert. Guess which presidential candidate was endorsed by the Ku Klux Klan? You might be surprised to find that the answer is actually both. My next guest says media bias is the reason that you haven't heard about one of them. Also, President Obama is criticizing Donald Trump for his campaign rhetoric. My next guest said the president made similar comments when he was running. We'll play you some tape. Also,
you would know, considering it was the Democrat Party doing all of those mob violences and lynching. And you know, she was just endorsed by a grand dragon from the KKK, and we have yet to see the 24-hour fallout of her denouncing that endorsement.
Trump's spokesperson Katrina Pearson with me yesterday speaking about Hillary Clinton and her comments comparing recent violence at Trump rallies to quote-unquote lynch mobs. With me now, Kat Timpf. She is with the National Review. She is a Fox News contributor. Kat, it is great to see you. So what do you make of Katrina Pearson saying about Hillary Clinton's comments, hey, listen, that's not fair? We'll start with that, and then I have
Right, that's flat-out race baiting. There's plenty of things you can attack Donald Trump on, especially if you're Hillary Clinton. To go with something like that, come on, that's a low blow, but she knows she can get away with it, which she pretty much has been getting away with it.
She has been getting away with it. There's also this question of media bias. That is to say, when the KKK came out and endorsed Donald Trump, it was a circus, right? He said, I don't know who this group is. Well, now I might know who they are, but I couldn't hear because I had a bad earpiece. I was doing a remote interview. But the KKK has also endorsed, at least the head of the California chapter, has endorsed Hillary Clinton. But we haven't heard that.
She doesn't have to deal with how to handle it or what to say or say the earpiece thing because nobody's asking her about it at all. And of course, you know, I'm not really buying the whole idea that, you know, it's this conspiracy where she's going to secretly, when she's president, you know, undertake everything the KKK wants. But at the same time, these are questions that she should have to answer.
Photo back up on the screen, and that is the Grand Dragon. You'll see it in a minute, the baseball card of the Ku Klux Klan California leader. And he says, I just wanted to bring the quote, he likes Clinton's, quote, hidden agenda, and says he has sources to back that. So I don't know exactly what he's referring to, but the point is she's not answering for it.
Exactly, and she's not. The real point is that she's not being asked to answer at all. It's totally different from what happened with Trump. She's constantly being coddled by the media, and as soon as somebody does something what I would call fair, it's sexist, and I think she really takes advantage of that.
Yeah, she plays the card pretty quickly. Now, speaking of, it's completely different this time. President Obama said that Trump's language is vulgar, is divisive, it leads to actual violence. But the president was referencing recent Trump rallies that have gone awry, obviously. But he made similar comments to his supporters back in the day. We have one clip we'll show now.
I need you to go out and talk to your friends and talk to your neighbors. I want you to talk to them whether they're independent or whether they are Republican. I want you to argue with them and get in their face. And if they tell you that, well, we're not sure where he stands on guns, I want you to say he believes in the Second Amendment. If they tell you, well, he's going to raise your taxes, you say, no, he's not, he's going to lower them. You are my ambassadors.
So, I mean, he's not encouraging people to fight, but he's encouraging people to be confrontational.
Right, and he was also saying, you know, I have to know whose butt to kick. And he's also been divisive his entire presidency. There's really no doubt about that. But just like only Republicans can be racist, only Republicans can be jerks and be divisive and be inciting people to behave inappropriately or be violent. That's what everyone just assumes. So they're only going to look at it in terms of Trump and not Obama.
And I think I remember President Obama saying one thing that I know a lot of people that I know personally took offense to, which was it's just like typical white people grabbing their Bibles and their guns.
Right. There's absolutely no reason to say that except for to incite hatred or dislike and delegitimize an entire group of people just because you don't agree with them politically, which is exactly what everyone's complaining that Donald Trump is doing. But again, he's a Republican.
All right. Same rules for everybody. There we go. The nation of Kat Timpf. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
With me there.